the swamp.
Yep. Yep.
Saving space. I like all the
Saving money.
Alright, it's working now.
A little bit.
I like all the detail.
It's the hiss of the seats.
There was one accidental swipe when I was trying to Dremel the detailing, and I was like, I accidentally did it once, and I was like, wait a minute, that looks great. So I did more.
Yeah, the walls are criminally cut off in the camera angles.
Oh.
We're gonna need to put up a new studio tour.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
gonna
Hey everybody, we're live! Welcome back! Hey, I'm Will, the Forever DM. Once again, I've been sitting in some different seats as of late, but it's good to be back in the stool. I'm on a stool. It's fun. Anyway, so welcome back. Hope you guys had a cool, fun break. Had some time to think about that ending. And I'm ready to pick it back up right where we left off. So before we get started, though, we have some cool announcements as always from our special guests. So Ethan, welcome back.
Hey guys.
Hey.
You know, something I think is crazy is that we've been doing this for an entire year, and Will still doesn't know when we're going live. But I didn't actually prepare a holiday thing for this. The holiday is that we're starting Act 2. I thought.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry. There was something in the background that was distracting me greatly.
That's fine.
Oh, I'm
That's
pumped.
fine. It's Act 2. We're all excited. Yeah. Part 2. We're on a cliffhanger. So if you're watching this and you're confused about what's happening, go watch the entire last year of everything up till now.
If only there was something that was easier to watch.
If only there's a summary of sort of what's happened. If there was
There's been
maybe
one the whole time.
a talk back of
I was just going over the information I have in my brain.
A visual learner.
Yeah, and if you don't want this to happen again, where you're like, what's happening? Then you can subscribe and turn on notifications that you don't miss out on any part of the adventure.
Yeah, thank you.
I made it work, guys.
Yeah, it worked. All right, Lauren. Hey, how you doing?
Hey guys,
Reagan.
I'm doing great. I kind of forgot how to play, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm lying. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Isn't this so exciting?
Yeah.
We got a fantastic new set. If you want to see behind-the-scenes sneak peeks of how we did it, and also an up-close to all the details, because there's a lot of really cool details that have been put into this.
Yes. Yes, there are.
You know what you can do? You can go to Instagram or TikTok at the Wayward 7.
Wayward 7.
Yeah, I like that
right?
place. It's a
Crazy.
cool place.
It's
It's
so
some
cool.
cool guys. They got a cool new logo.
Whoa! Everything's new and crazy.
I
but
know.
we will be posting all of the behind the scenes. I'll make a special short showcasing all the work that was put into this. And you can talk to us on there. Talk to me, please. That's it.
Okay.
Somebody's got to.
Yeah, somebody's got to. So yeah, the candles are on now. That's what I was distracted with. The full transparency. But yeah, new set, Udis. Anyway, so I think, is anybody have anything else to say?
I want to see the intro.
You want to see the intro?
New intro.
Oh,
yeah.
Intro? Oh. Well, I mean, if you insist.
She was a... You know me. She was a... I was walking down the street when out the corner of my eye I saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She said, "I've never seen a man who looks so all alone, and could you use a little company? If you could pay the right price, your evening would be nice, and you can go and send me on my way." I said, "You're such a sweet young thing, why you do this to yourself?" She looked at me, and this is what she said: "Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. Oh no, I can't slow down, I can't hold back. Oh, you know, I wish I could. Oh no, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good." Not even 15 minutes later, I'm still walking down the street when I saw the shadow of a man creep by the side. And then he swept up from behind, he put a gun up to my head. He made it clear he wasn't looking for a ride. He said, "Give me all you got, I want your money, not your life. If you try to make a move, I won't think twice." told him you can have my cash, but first you know I gotta ask what made you wanna live this kind of life. He said there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. Oh no, I can't slow down, I can't hold back. Oh, you know, I wish I could. Oh no, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. Yeah. When now a couple hours passed and I was sitting at my house, the day was winding down and coming to an end. And so
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you liked it. Yeah, that took a long time to make, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was pain. It was pain. I've never used Adobe Premiere or After Effects. Both were used, believe it or not.
It was all in Windows Movie Maker.
I really debated iMovie for the longest time.
iMovie.
I was a pro at iMovie before I decided to go professional.
This time we
But,
got to have a location to film at.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Yeah. So yeah, good song, by the way. I did get the rights to it. I don't know how to show that, but I have it. So I don't know what to do. We should probably just disclaimer. I have the rights.
That's
I promise. Take my word for it.
I can't edit. I have the receipt, literally.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting my personal information on the TV.
I'll black
Why
out
not?
everything and just put receipt.
What's that pin number?
Reagan, I'm scared.
What's
I wonder
that
what you would
for?
do with that power.
Yeah.
Attention, all D&D gamers.
All right, so last time
Oh.
we left off in Act 1, Frail Moon. It was a long journey
Sun is Act 2.
for the origin of the Fourrunners, a group made of people from just about everywhere, from all the different countries of all the different places. A lot of strange races and creatures come together under one banner, the Fourrunners. A very, very poorly designed banner that they never changed.
I said I was going to.
No, we said
Yeah.
we were going to,
You
but
said
then
it.
we died.
You gotta visualize and get that goal.
Well, now we can.
I'm not as artistic as my character is, so.
You're not as what? But that being said, as the Forerunners competed in the grandest of all races here on the continent of Kohal, in the country of Haras, the Champion's Pursuit, a long and varied race with mostly having to do with monster hunting, something that was foretold to them, maybe less emphasized. But regardless, they faced each and every trial, and each and every time, by the skin of their teeth or by great success, they came out on the other end all right and okay. And this trail of victories eventually led to the capital, Volhelm.
Yeah, they were all right? Everything's
Where
fine after that,
the
right?
final race challenge took place. A battle with a massive serpent that they won by the skin of their teeth. This victory, however, was clouded with other issues. Gwen was cornered on the street by
Why we
a
gotta bring
member
that
of the
part up?
advisory. Icarus and Nastani both encountered some entity watching them, hunting them, toying with them. Herb allied himself with strange company, Valora the Fleet, and stuck with her throughout the whole race, or at least the end of it. That being said, with the final tallies totaled, the Forerunners claimed victory over the Champion's Pursuit. The grand prize, 50,000 gold, and a single request from King Egil himself.
And that's where the story ends.
Yep, that's it. That's
That's
fine.
roll-
Everything else is fine,
roll
right?
title.
Well,
Did we get the
They
money?
lived happily ever after.
You did.
It's it,
We
yeah.
It's in
didn't
the
get the
back.
money. Okay, cool.
but that is not where it ends, but rather, I would argue where the story begins. Where everything happened all so fast after that night in the palace. The long house of King Egil, heavily fortified like the ancient fortress of a city. You guys met him on the balcony, gathered in ceremony, watched as the others, the housecarls, stood back and watched. You placed your weapons ceremoniously on the table before walking out to meet the king. And as per contract, you let Grigori step forward to make the request.
That's not a real person.
However,
Fake news.
Greg.
deception
Gregory.
ran deeper than just Grigori.
Gregory.
Your partner, or seemed to be partner, of a time ago, Darrow, stepped forward
Never liked that guy.
and hurled his sword, conjured from his pact, into King Egil's chest. Time froze, and those of you who could see watched as the next events unfolded only to your eyes. Icarus, unable to escape, you were there in the middle of the action, as many revelations came to pass, but two most notable. Your former higher-up, Lady Praris Gardvia, had been disguised as Darrow and transformed and relished in this moment under this strange golden moon. And before you could interact with her, Grigori's form changed too. Recognizable. The dark feathers, those same eyes. Your brother.
I think Gregory was too short to be a noble.
He was short. It's a little short for a noble. But while Icarus was tasked with being the sole voice in this encounter, Nastani, you got a bird's eye view
That's
kinda
ironic.
funny.
on the birds. Nastani, you watched from this pocket dimension as you were brought into safety as soon as time was stopped, due to the nature of the green amulet that you also wear.
So glad I took that one. So glad we kept them.
However,
I'm so glad I gave it to you.
you met with a previous character, Keysphere, the lanky, dark-robed, bird-masked entity, a figure who you've run into several times, but not quite seen eye to eye every time as well. Their advice was sound. It was, don't go back. Stay and do not die. Because to go back now is to guarantee your death. However, duty to your friends, to your compatriots, your allies, came first over your personal safety. And you decided to return where Icarus now was in standoff with Praris. As you returned, unfortunately, you saw a knife plunged into Mithra's chest, King Egil's personal archmage. The sword, glowing with runes, planting itself as well. As you watch as Icarus debates on jumping, intervening, doing something, the strange birdman steps in the way, throwing up his hand and deflects a beam from the palm of Praris as it arcs up into the sky. You watch as the roof above you crumbles, still frozen. Sections disintegrate. Potentially a fatal blow to Icarus. However, as you attempt to intervene, you placed your hand too close to the shield that his brother had thrown up. And with it, you took significant damage. Enough that as you pull your arm back, you can't bear to look at it, afraid of what you'll see. Or rather, what you won't see.
Literally an archer, I can't do anything.
There's hand crossbows. Over in the corner. So, as time resumed, the balcony you stood on begins to collapse and fall into the sea, the lake beneath you. And as you all hit the water, there are things that flash through your minds. Sights, visions, last thoughts, perhaps. It's a far, far down plunge into the abyss. But as you think, you know what you can see for certain. As the sword impacts Egel's chest on the way down, the runes on the side begin to glow as fire erupts, an explosion all around, as you fall into the dark abyss of the lake. But there is another view of this story.
Sports bar!
Across the lake, Herb, with your new compatriots, the sisters, Valora and Khalees, you have been watching the events go down. Mind that you could not see the stop time, but as you allow Khalees to read your mind, as you focused on the images, she projected them to everybody at this bar. Outside, it's more of some pedestals, some seats next to them, and a stand. Valora, 8 drinks down, looks up as she sees the fiery explosion happen on the projected image, and then turns to see the castle. Fire beginning to catch on the roof. Smoke, ashes, embers, too much to tell what's going on.
Embers and ashes?
Whoa!
Hey!
As you gaze upon this sight, I need everybody who's hitting the water to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Just getting straight into it, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. Ooh, not bad, not bad. 15.
15?
Natural 20, bringing it to 21.
Nice.
Wow, look at that. And that 20 on the first roll of Act 2.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, what's your roll, Ethan?
It's in that one.
Oh, we all have our highs and lows.
Great! Wait, what about?
Okay.
Literally can only go up from here.
Yeah.
Oh
Someone
my
else
gosh,
want to roll
please.
for Chris?
You're
I don't know Chris's
I got
mod.
20.
Yeah, Chris, go for it. Do it.
One.
Mm.
But you didn't
6.
get
I don't
it.
know what his Constitution modifier
It's
is.
actually
but-
+3 or something.
Chris's Constitution,
2 or 3.
it's +3. Or for his save, I read it. It's +6.
Oh!
12.
It's 12. There you
Okay.
go. All right, so
Not bad.
we'll go around the table one more time just for a refresher.
15.
15.
21 with a nat 20.
Nice. Chris got a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris.
Got a 2 within that one.
Okay. Unfortunately, Chris and Icarus, I'll say Nastani, from the perspective of the highest roll. You hit the ground, the water, almost like concrete as you sink in. Luckily, it wasn't anything to do damage to you as
I've been damaged enough.
the tension of the water has already been broken by the rubble and the other bodies following with you. As you dip into the water, you see Icarus hit it hard, as well as Chris. Both of them, not necessarily belly flops, but hard enough that they hit the water, and as you start to sink, you notice them just unconsciously sinking faster. You look around Astani, you see Gwen hit the water as well, still fully conscious, looking about now. And here, in the rubble and debris as it starts to sink, you see Icarus, Chris, Gwen. You see Mithra slowly sinking beneath you, and Egil, charred and burned, with that bright red sword sticking out of his chest.
I want that sword.
That's your first
So-
shot is the sword.
I'll say the two of you are conscious. What are you guys doing?
Oh my god, okay.
We're under the water.
Yeah, you're under the water.
How far below the water am I? Like, can I reach the surface pretty quick?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
I have a question for you.
I'm
You
gonna.
guys can't
I'm
really
gonna.
talk.
I
know.
can talk
Yeah.
in my mind.
Okay.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
her talking.
Like, cast invisibility, are we trying to get away? Like, what
The
do we
bodies
need
are
to do?
sinking.
Can I? Okay.
The bodies are sinking.
I know the body's.
I
I'm gonna
know, we
swim down
know!
and
We're
grab
trying to
them.
figure it out.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the 2 alive ones.
Grabbing Chris and Icarus.
Yes.
So you swim down, grabbing Chris and Icarus. I need you to make a strength saving throw as you try to pull them up.
15.
Okay. Luckily, they're fairly light in this water. Chris, not so much, but
Dead weight by his
as
tail.
you pull them up, you pull their heads above the surface. Gwen,
I'm gonna go for Minthra.
you going for Mithra?
Yeah.
Okay. She's a little bit further down from you. Go ahead and make an athletics check
Okay.
for me.
I was about to say, all right, guys, it's been a great Act 2. We'll
And
Peace out.
we'll see you in Act 3.
We weren't told to make new characters,
Yes,
so we'll
urge
leave
to-
now.
18?
Yeah.
So Gwen, you push and swim down. You see Nasani grab the other two, the two boys, and you watch as she kind of rises to the surface with them. You see Mithra, Ejil sinking down to the bottom, and you swim as fast as you can, eventually kind of catching Mithra and pulling her back up towards you. The dagger is sunken deep in her chest.
Right.
The
She
eyes.
is the one that I threw the dagger at.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, so do I need to make a strength to pull her
Are you
out?
pulling her up?
Yeah.
Go for it, make a strength check. Or strength save.
Natural 20, 21. Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you swim up, kicking, you pull up Mithra, and you watch as Ejil sinks to the bottom. That glow of that sword ever burning as it goes down, down.
Ever burn?
That being said, as you pull Mithra up, the head is kind of lulled to the side, eyes open.
I have a question. Can I cast Unseen Servant to try and go for King Ejil?
Read me Unseen Servant.
Something about
this spell-
Unseen Servant and lakes just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, this feels like it should be the other way around.
Why? Okay.
I want to hold Ejil down.
Yeah.
Mindless, shapeless, medium force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. The servant springs into existence, unoccupied space on the ground within range. It has an AC of 10, 1 hit point, and strength of 2, and can't attack. So I'm guessing like
What's the range, I should say,
Um,
of that summon? It just says an unoccupied space.
on the ground within range, 60 feet.
Does it say on the ground?
Yeah, but can I like make it jump?
We're in the
60
middle of a lake, aren't we?
On ground.
Yeah, I'm trying to define, like, I mean...
Like,
on
could
the
I
ground,
get it 60
put it
feet
in
on the
water.
ground under?
I mean, as long as
Oh,
it's
it's
like,
way deeper than that, 60
Okay.
feet.
I was gonna say, yeah, if it was
The lake is
yeah.
way deeper.
Can I spawn it on like a piece of rubble?
Make a perception check.
While she's
I
doing
have some information that would help this sequence, but I'm unconscious.
Can I try and like wake
16.
either of them up
16.
while she's doing
What'd you roll? 16? You don't see anything big enough, Mr.
Okay.
Breeze. But as you pull the other two up, we'll go to the next turn of this. Go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Oh, me?
Yep. And you can make one for Chris as well. Saving throw, +6 for Chris.
17.
17?
25.
As you kind of pull them up, you kind of shake them awake, and both of them cough up water. Icarus, you look around, you see the castle up above, kind of debris slowly falling, crumbling down towards you.
I need my weapons.
We don't have
They
Are they falling with everything else
They
that's
were by the
falling?
door.
them. Yeah.
Is
they
the
were-
door falling?
No, the balcony kind of stretched out for about
Yeah.
20, 30 feet so into a more open kind of ceremonial area. Leaving your weapons at the door. Also, I would say that the deflected attacks did not get the chance to go far enough to cause any catastrophe over there.
Gonna be stupid enough to find again.
I am.
Get mine! Get mine!
Can I cast? Well,
So,
can I cast invisibility on him?
I would say you're still trying to cast
Okay.
at this moment, at this juncture. But I will say, as everybody kind of comes consciousness is now kind of mostly above the water. Gwen, you're still kind of looking underground. You can hear voices shouting from up above.
We have to get out of here.
Okay. Who can swim really well?
Chris.
I have one hand. I
Yeah,
think I haven't looked.
Mastani's arm is just.
I mean,
Okay, so I'm gonna leave Chris be. I have 3 swimming potions that I bought.
Yeah.
So the 3 of us are gonna down those. We need our weapons.
I know we do. Well, how do we get them?
I will have to try to go
I
get
have
them.
a dagger.
You take it out of Mithra?
No, not yet. No, I'm just like, I have one.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Alright, I'm gonna try and
Oh, can I cast healing word? Like,
We'll get back to this next sequence of actions as you guys have surfaced, preparing to go back up top. Herb.
Hey.
You see this happen. Do you keep broadcasting?
cut to commercial.
Cut the commercial.
Cut to commercial.
Cut to commercial. It's up to you. You can keep watching and see what happens. Or do you
Can
tell
I just
Khalees?
look at Valora? It was like,
Yeah, you look at Valora and the sequence plays out. You watch as Chris screams death to Egil. And you watch as Gwen throws a dagger, planting it into Mithra's chest. And you watch as Mithra falls over and then just everything begins to crumple as...
can I just like pull the plug?
Yeah, you cut it. And as you kind of get that last... Or are you cutting the feed that Khalees is showing everybody? Or are you keeping your eye up? Or are you just...
I'm cutting Khalees's.
Okay, just wanted to check. So, as you continue to watch this scene unfold, you kind of shove Khalees away and she kind of looks back, horrified at what just happened. You continue to watch. You see the 3 Huskarls. You get... I would say you have the eye kind of above. It's a big chamber. I'd say you can probably hear what they're saying. And you watch as the 3 Huskarls. Sigmir grabs her shield, picks it up off the ground, and gives an order to Elric and Voland and says, I'm closing off the inner gate. Go and get the other 2. Search the city, ring the bells, let the advisory know what happened. You watch as Elric kind of sheathes his great axe, looks down, what about them down there? And she's like, you watch as Sigmir kind of retorts, they'll have to come back up on the other side eventually. I'll watch over the waters. And you watch as Voland's already kind of sprinting out the door, the dwarf, with surprising speed. You watch as Elric looks about, kind of begins to grab bits of debris, looking for something, looking, evidence, you see. Make a perception check as he does this.
I'm so glad you get to just
Yeah?
enjoy the view.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 12.
12. You watch as he picks up something. You can tell it's some kind of cloth or something or other. Shakes his head, puts it into his bag, and then you watch as he runs over, sees the table of weapons. This massive orc, now almost breathing fire, opens up his bag and just starts shoving them in the bag, and kind of looks over to Sigmar. They'll probably be back, but they won't get anything. And takes off.
Can
through the front
I-
door, or through the main doors.
Okay, I know this may be a stretch, but could I cast a spell through my eye?
I would say the spell originates from you. It's not a spell focus, so no.
Okay.
You continue watching the scene, or?
Yeah, I'm just be like, they took their weapons.
Okay. You watch as Sigmar kind of gives a motion. You see guards running out. Get the other honor guard. We're going to search the lake. You watch as that guard kind of runs off, and then you hear the cacophony of bells begin to echo out throughout the city, originating from the center and just expanding outward. I would say you probably don't recognize this alarm, but it means something, as you see guards are now looking about, anxiously confused, and then just this wave of serious demeanor crosses their face as they realize what's happened.
Can I tell Valora I think we should. What's the game plan?
But Laura, sitting there with her drink, kind of sits upright, finishes it. Play it by ear.
Okay.
That's not good. Your friends are traitors. Just kind of, let's just see what plays out. You kind of see her stand up, almost completely sober, pacing, very serious demeanor. That being said, those of you back at the bottom of this cliffside, smoldering flames, what are you doing?
I wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I give you Mithra? Are you awake? You're
Yes.
awake, right? Okay, take Mithra.
Okay.
I have a potion of water breathing
Mhm.
from. Wait, can I try and swim down and get the sword or Egil?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
And we took that potion of swimming already, right?
So you drink it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I want to
Yeah.
drink the potion. I also want to turn myself invisible.
Okay. Sure. Yeah,
So-
they're potions.
Yeah. Okay, and then I just want to try and like book it down to get
Alright.
Egil. Or should I try to get? Egil? I don't know. I don't know if I should get Egil or not.
Well, we're traitors either way.
I know. I just
You-
kind of
I
want
would
the
say
sword.
you cast a spell and drink both potions, so
Might as well go get him.
you can go try and get something.
The
Okay,
sword's attached to him.
I want to try and bring Egil up, but if I can't, like,
Yeah.
I just want the sword.
All right, so you start swimming down. And I'll say with the 2 potions you've taken, you don't need to roll for anything. As
Okay.
you swim deeper and deeper into the abyss, eventually you see the faint glow of that flaming sword, just burning, singeing the water around it. Attached in the darkness, you assume, are the remains of Egil.
Does he have an amulet on?
I would say you can't see. No.
Okay.
I would say no. You have dark vision.
Yeah.
I would say no. He doesn't seem to
Okay.
have one.
Okay.
He has jewelry, but not
Right.
one of the amulets.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try and pull him up. If I can't, then I'll just take the sword.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay.
Straight check.
Wait, is that this?
It's just your plain old strength.
14.
He's a big dude.
I know. That's why I was worried about
Um,
grabbing him entirely.
Trying to pull him up. It's hard, even
Yeah.
with. It's almost unnaturally hard. Like there's something else affecting him right now.
It's like the sword and
His
stuff.
clothes are waterlogged. Take all his clothes off.
No!
I'm good.
You could give it another try. I mean, you can breathe down here, so
Yeah.
there's not really a time constraint with that.
Right. I am in.
Separate
You are
into
invisible.
2 portions.
Is this minor invisibility?
Hold on.
This is just the second level.
Yeah, I think that's all I want to
Okay.
cast. So, unless I, like...
I believe if you take an action, that's just.
Oh, it's, like, taking it? Okay.
So I would say whatever action you take
Okay.
typically ends the invisibility. I believe. I'll double check for you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time to grab him, and if I can't, then I'm just...
Okay, go for it. So Gwen is underwater for another turn.
17.
Okay, that's better. Okay, it's just attack or cast spell, so you're good.
Cool, okay.
17. This time, kind of just heaving him up and over on top of you and kind of just pushing him up as you swim. You're making progress. You pull him back up, fighting against whatever power is holding him down, and slowly begin to push him towards the surface. The rest of you kind of sitting on the top of the water looking about, see the faint glow slowly start to rise.
I'm gonna dip under the water and swim down and try and help her pull him up.
Okay.
So it's because I'm seeing it come up closer. So.
Right. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll say between the two of you. Though it's kind of hard to help in your state right now, Stani.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have crit, yeah. Oh,
The
no.
hand. It's kind of hard to help, but I mean, kind of pushing your shoulder, and you can't quite keep up with Gwen, but Gwen's doing it. But eventually, Icarus, you watch as the body of Egil surfaces.
While she's under, can I try, like, CPR or like stabilizing Mithra?
We're
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Let's do that. I'm so medical. 11.
11. The knife is planted firmly in her chest, and you kind of try to do what you can.
I do like chest compressions, but on the hilt of the knife.
No.
The doctor said don't pull it out. No, but I would say your attempts, she's just unmoving.
As soon as we get up, I'm like, get to land, get to land, get to land. I have healing spells. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like,
What's?
What land?
Yeah, what land?
we were in
Are
a
we close
lake,
by?
right?
So as you look around, the castle envelops a large majority of the lake. The castle walls do. As it kind of goes around, there's the courtyard. Now as you kind of look about, movement everywhere. The most open place is across the lake where you see that it kind of connects with the town. Not necessarily for fishing or anything like that, but it's more of a just to look at the view of the castle. You can drink your drinks there and sit
Sports
across.
bar.
Yeah. That looks to be the most open. There's the cliffside next to you that is jagged. You could potentially climb it, but it leads back to where you guys came from.
I mean, we're in a lake, right? So it's surrounded by land,
Yeah.
no matter what. So
Yeah.
we
You swim.
we have to get to land.
You'll get to land. It's just choosing where to head.
Yeah.
Let's try for the open area.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have just swimming straight across. All right. So, are all of you swimming, flying? What you doing? What's
Swimming.
what's the
Swimming.
order here?
I'm taking Angel with me.
Okay. Taking Angel. All right. Icarus.
I reckon if I drank the potion, I may as well swim.
Yep.
Okay.
Swim.
Gotta get some value out of it.
Stunning.
Swimming.
All right. And I assume Chris will also just hoof it as the only one without a
Yeah.
potion.
Poor Chris.
So I would say only
Will
Chris.
attempt to fly.
Splash.
Sprout's wings.
And doggy paddles. He figured out. Thank God he knew how to swim.
I'm gonna help. I'll help Chris.
Okay. So that being said, I would say for Chris, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, he's good at that.
+5 for Chris, and you have advantage because Nasani is helping with one arm. I'd say Nasani, you probably can't
21.
help. Just take the first roll. Sorry.
Oh, first roll?
Yeah.
15.
15. That's still enough to keep up with everybody else, as long as everybody's wanting to stay together.
Yes.
So
And I've
Wait.
got Mithra with
you've got
me.
Mithra, yeah, and you're pushing Egil. It's definitely a lot different from the situation Icarus has. Icarus is able to just carry her and just kind of fight going that way. You are having to almost pull.
Yeah.
He's fighting against you somehow. That being said, say you start swimming for the shore. Herb. So, as you sit paced, looking about, you see Khalees and Valora. They both kind of are looking at the lake, looking at the castle, looking back at you, looking at the guards, looking at the patrons who saw. What are you doing?
I'm assuming we don't go over there and help them, right? That would
Laura looks over. She says, "Help them. What? Your friends?
I don't think we should help them.
They just murdered
Yeah.
the High King."
Yeah, I know. That's why we shouldn't help them.
Look, the best thing I think to do is just stay put. I don't want to be involved in this. I cannot. Neither of us can be involved. This is not something that is light. There will be repercussions of this night. Untold millennias. The last time something like this happened, it started one of the greatest wars on the continent.
Huh. So we should probably like hit the hills. Like we should.
You wanna
Run for
run?
the hills.
It's not a
Good
bad
thing
idea.
Valora's fleet.
You see Khalees kind of look. We could. Damn, I had to remake the circle.
It's got a pretty cool spell, but I don't really know what it does. It's just kind of a sheet of paper.
Khalees kind of looks at. What spell?
Something door.
dimension door?
Maybe.
Dimension door is not going to help us very much here. It's a bit far.
You know, what if we take like a little tunnel?
A little tunnel? And you see Valor just kind of... It's too small.
I think we should take the tunnel. Does that lead outside, or what is that?
The tunnel the kobold used?
Yeah.
I'll give you inspiration if you remember the kobold's name.
Kobold?
Yeah.
Sticks.
Styx was the first kobold.
Gosh, dang it.
Anyway, that kobold's tunnel led just outside of the city to a big tree.
You know, I think we should take the tunnel.
Styx was the first kobold that you guys met back in Missouri.
Yeah.
Who sold Styx?
The one I spied on.
We never
Yeah.
asked him. You guys never asked him.
You're looking for the corpse looting kobold.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
think we
common
should go take
profession
the
for
tunnel.
kobolds. There is that option. What kind of terms? What else did you see? Are you still holding on to the vision? What else did you hear?
Oh, so they're basically saying that they're gonna go lock the gates. They're gonna do that. They're going to alert all the guards. They're searching the lake. They took all their weapons.
Keeps alerting the guards.
And you used to run with them, making you...
Yeah, but they don't know that. They might know that.
You sure about that?
I think I need a disguise.
Take off the cap.
Take off the captain's
I only
coat.
have captain shorts now.
Where'd you get that frog?
Can I disguise myself as a potted plant?
Are you just like gonna go find like a big enough bowl or place to
Like
just
the
sit in?
margarita fish bowls that they probably serve in the
Yeah.
bar.
You're like 2 feet tall, so you need a pretty big one. You're
Yeah.
2-3
Is
feet tall.
Laura gonna
That's
carry
a
you
plan
around?
for later. I think we should get out of the city.
She kind of looks around. Do you have to breathe?
No.
Great. She grabs you by the head, opens up her bag, and just kind of puts you right there. Kind of hold on to the edges, but as you're holding on to the edges, your feet are dangling. And you look down, it's an empty void.
Okay, so I'll stay here for the...
Don't let
time
go of the
being.
edge, otherwise I have to pull you out. So just peekaboo, okay?
Kilroy.
Wait, what are they doing in my eye now?
Oh yeah, you're still watching. So, as you look through the eye, make a perception check.
20. Unnatural.
Unnatural 20, nice. Okay, cool. You see Sigmar still kind of pacing. You kind of watch as these 2 large guards, shield and spear in one, a long sword in the other. And they both kind of look over. And she says, Honor Guard, I need you to go scan over the lake. Use your eyes, whatever magic BS you have. Just find them. I'm going to secure the inner walls. You watch as Sigmar kind of turns, the fiery red hair flowing behind her as she leaves very dramatically.
Someone named Sigma is securing the inner walls, and the honor guard is using magic to watch the lake.
Please accept Sigma?
And whatever his name is, her thing.
And we'll kind of stop, look amongst each other, and then Sigma.
But yeah, that's what's happening.
Great, so they're going to lock all the walls and we'll all be trapped inside.
So, tunnel it is.
Where was the tunnel?
It's in this little rinky-dink shack.
Do you remember how far out that is? That's on the edge of the city.
Yeah.
So we still have to get through 2 walls.
Spoons and shovels.
You can see Valor just slowly close the lid of the bag as darkness starts to envelop you. And then something catches your eye as you keep it open. As you look, you see figures moving across the water, swimming frantically.
I see them.
Are you just like pointing out and screaming, or are you just like yelling?
I'm just gonna like tap her.
You tap her hand and kind of she looks over and, well, we may have to deal with this now. And she kind of reaches in, pulls you back out, and begins to pull out her rifle.
Ah!
I'm taking position get them still.
They're gonna shoot him?
They killed the king.
Oh my god!
Well, like, you don't know that.
We all watched it.
You were live streaming it.
That's what it is.
Hey guys, Herb here, live!
And another tragedy.
What if we don't shoot them?
Welcome to
As
my
you
dog.
say this to her,
Today
Herb, you recognize right now you are in a critical moment. Convince Valora or not? What do you say?
I think we should wait to kill them. What if we wait? Cause like, I don't know, you've been hanging out with them too a lot. I think it's not the best, I think we should both hide. I don't think we should fight them. Cause like, you know, you've been kind of next to them. I think you should just run.
I would say make a deception check.
That's a nice one, but I have to use my 12, 18.
She looks down at you. I'm not running from this. I'd rather end it here and now. As I have a feeling I'll know what happens next once they reach the edge of the lake.
Because I
Okay,
don't.
well, can I hop back in your bag?
You can.
I just want to get back in the bag.
Okay. You want to try anything else? As you can see, Valora seems fairly determined in what she's doing. Khalees is still looking about, kind of uncertain. I would say you probably have another turn before they arrive within range of whatever Valora's about to do.
That could be very
So,
interesting.
yeah.
And it
So
could end
could I-
very badly.
Could I use suggestion?
Yeah? On Valora?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Herb, no, I'm gonna
What,
throw
read
up.
me suggestion.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature that you can see within range that can hear it and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. You can't tell them to like harm themselves or anything like that.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So you're casting it?
Yeah.
What's the save?
Wisdom.
Oh god!
It's 1.
What's your sentence that you're trying to say to her?
I think we should wait to kill them. Because I think we should settle ourselves so we're not in danger before we kind of put ourselves out in the open.
I would say you're giving your opinion on what to do. Suggestion is more of like, you should do this.
Oh, we should go and hide. We should go and hide and then wait till we're safe.
All right. So, as you see Valora kind of one glance of the eye looking down at you in the bag, we'll move to a better vantage point. And you watch as she kind of, with very nimble jumps and leaps, hops over, leaping up from one rooftop
She's
to the
very
other.
fleet.
Very
Kind of
fleet.
watch as she perches herself right on the kind of point of one of the rooftops, taking down on one knee, getting a kind of race position with the rifle.
So she didn't take the suggestion?
That's what she did.
Okay, cool. Dead either way. I only got one hand.
And you kind of see Khalees kind of look about and kind of watch as she kind of runs over to the alleyway. Kind of there's these barrels stacked up and just kind of takes position, watching what's about to happen. And Valora kind of now braced with the rifle ready to do something. You watch as the others reach the shore. As you guys reach the shore, people have scattered. Almost an empty city as these bells, cacophonous, ringing around you. You hear footsteps running all throughout the street. Make perception checks.
hope you didn't.
Yeah, I hope you did.
It was almost perfect.
Nat 1, 5, without the nat.
Can I take one for Chris?
Yep.
13.
13.
Chris, you got a 19, but
19 plus his perception.
Minus.
definitely
Minus. Yeah,
Definitely
minus 3.
So 16 for Chris. I've got 22.
22. Icarus, as you are kind of carrying Mithra, pulling her up on the shore of the lake here, you see the kind of pedestals, the stools, the cart, the empty drinks, but you notice something, a glint on one of the rooftops in the moonlight. And you are just quick enough to dive and push Gwen out of the way as a shot rings throughout the air. There's a massive kind of poof in the water as you look up. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot she has true sight.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
the Lord can see you, and you just enough timing, seeing as Egil is also being carried by you.
I just didn't know if you could see Angel floating or not. I was like, but
You're floating on shore now.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, you're getting to the low tide.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. You
just so you know,
Yeah.
horrible. But Icarus, you dive, pushing Gwen out of the way as the shot rings throughout the air, and you kind of just hear the pullback, loading another shot.
Like a Garon.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a split second here if you want to say anything, or
We have to take cover quickly.
Where? Yeah.
Are
Where?
there like abandoned buildings
There's
nearby?
immediately in front of you, there's the stone pedestals that people use kind of as tables if you'd like to take cover behind those for the time
Taking
being.
cover.
Can I
Yeah, that's probably
quickly
the best
pull the
we can
sword
do.
out of Angel?
Make a strength check.
Oh my god.
Can I say
I mean,
to
he's dead. I can't.
Can I say to Valor?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool looking sword.
There's no response.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20?
Yeah.
That will just do it.
Oh God.
As you kind of have place him down in the water and almost have to, with one hand, hold him down as you pull the sword, and it's painful as you feel it slicing back out. And eventually the sword is free as you lift it from the corpse. And you
Gwen
watch
is
as
crying,
The
I hope.
blood runs down the blade and onto your hands.
Why would
As
they kill him?
invisibility drops. With that being said, you see Icarus dodge and immediately get into cover. Nastani, you doing the same?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
guessing we have Miss Mithra.
You had Mithra.
Yeah.
So you just dropping Mithra, or what are you doing?
I think it's best that I leave her for the moment.
Okay.
Like she's on the shore, right? She's not gonna like wash
Yeah, they're
back
in the
out.
shallow water. Yeah, they'll probably not.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, I've got to dive yet. Can I officially take the dodge action as well?
You can. Yes, I assume Chris also takes cover.
I will also
Okay. All right. So
dodge.
as you take cover, say Gwen, you try to pull out the sword.
Yeah.
So the next shot is going to be towards you. Gwen, that is a 18 to hit. All right.
You trip as you're taking cover and you're out.
Okay, wait,
Let me double check what the modifier on the gun is. Okay, yeah, you suffer a good 14 points of piercing damage as a shot blasts through your shoulder as your arm kind of almost goes limp for a second as you hold the sword. Now looking up, you see the glint of the moonlight, and you see the dark shadow of the figure up there. A very familiar situation
Yeah.
from a few moons ago.
Yeah.
That being said,
Gwen takes cover.
you're taking cover.
Yeah.
As this happens, you who are all taking cover assume to know what's happening. Herb, you're still up there. I'll give everybody another chance to do something here.
Okay. Why would they kill him, and why are they running with his body over their heads?
Make a... I'll say make a persuasion check. We'll do this real quick.
18.
18? You kind of notice as she's kind of pulling back on the gun, there's a slight hesitation. As what she say connects, she thinks for a second, and then pushes it out of her mind. but your words have some weight. But that being said, the rest of you.
Can I very quickly try and cast Healing Word on Mithra?
Yeah. As you cast Healing Word, there is no connection.
Okay.
Mark off the spell slot.
I know I did. Fuck. I'm gonna
So-
cry, guys.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
I want to look for a way out of this.
I'll look for a way.
Take the dagger.
I have to go back out there. Grab it if I grab the dagger.
No, Mithra's with.
No, he left her on the shore with
Can I ask?
Angel.
Oh.
Laura, should I go down there and help the dead person?
I would say you don't have components, nor do you have the means.
Okay.
I mean, you can argue with her if you want, but
It's also been over a minute, right?
oh yeah. It's been like 10, 20 minutes.
There's no fun. There hasn't been any. I know she'll shoot once she sees us.
She looks like she's waiting for people to peek.
Yeah.
Don't peek, guys.
That being said, I'd say you all know it's Valora up there. There's only one person who has done this to you before.
Roughly, like, what's like our distance right now?
I would say she's maybe about, she's about 200 feet away from you guys, up on a higher vantage point, about maybe 50 feet up.
Is she the only person looking for us, like in our vicinity?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
That's smart.
Do I have a handkerchief on me? White flag.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Further down the street, you can see legions of guards running towards the gunshots.
I can pull a card. I just don't know what will affect later on. I actually have 2 cards I could pull.
I feel
Maybe
like we
3.
need a card.
Okay, here's the options. I call my dad, I call Metataz, or I call Araya.
Not the last one.
Not the last one. I could do that.
I would say, to do that, you need to have a full conversation with them. You have maybe 6 seconds before.
Okay. Do you have bag of holding?
Yes.
Sword. Bag of holding.
Ah! Throw it in there.
There.
Close it.
And
Thanks for the scream.
There's a murder weapon in my bag now.
Yes.
There's evidence.
you might need that to fight back.
I don't want to fight back.
Okay, listen. I have Zone of Truth
On us?
on us.
Okay.
Not on me or Chris. Because I'm still very much under the impression that I did it.
Oh wait, we didn't say.
Yeah, we haven't had this conversation.
Yeah. You don't really have time for this conversation either. So
Yeah.
if you have a plan, I will give each of you a chance to attempt something. So, if you want time to think, Herb.
I can just.
As you sit in Valora's bag, watching her patiently wait in her perch, like an owl primed to kill. You saying anything, trying to
He used
persuade
to be an
her?
owl.
I know.
Well, I'm under the impression that they actually did kill him, so I was like, I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, well, I mean, they did kind of kill him, and
Yeah, no, it's up to you.
I'm gonna just let her kill let her
Alright.
kill her. I think that's what I would do
Yeah.
if I didn't know what happened.
Okay. So, I would say, I will ask this: are you making yourself known up there, or are you just quietly?
I'm quiet.
Okay. I will say, Icarus, your original perception check was 22.
Mm-hmm.
I will say with that, you would notice Valora, Khalees, and Herb. All 3 of them. So if you'd like to convey that to your party, you can.
Yeah, let's let them know that.
So, we'll go around and everybody can try something.
You said Mithra had a
Dagger.
amulet.
She did.
Did. Okay.
It got
However,
taken. It was
Oh
taken.
yeah.
That's why she.
prayers.
Got
Okay.
yoinked.
got yoinked.
I think we don't have a choice.
I have a card from Araya that I'm gonna read it. Do I have time? Is it okay if I read it out loud? It's not gonna affect time.
You can read it out
Okay.
loud, sure.
Okay, so it's a card that Araya gave to me after the battle. It says, a drop of life, let it be shown to reach the realm where deals are sown.
It would be.
It's probably gonna really make us look bad because I'm summoning A devil, maybe? Who knows?
Or we're just.
It's the craziest thing. They just started summoning demons.
They
They did it on their own. They're nuts. Best plan ever.
I don't know what other option we have. It's either that or it sounds like it's gonna pop us into a realm.
Yeah, I mean, if we get legions coming in on us, like there's.
We're probably, I mean, we'll be taken into questioning and
Also,
killed.
Silas is in the well.
So you're saying we get arrested and we meet up with Silas?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Wait,
Also,
didn't? Hey guys!
The,
Wait a minute!
The answer,
The way out is
the
through the
way
well.
out lies within the well.
Let's go to the well, guys.
Alright, a white flag in it.
Okay, I think we should white flag it. But can I also? I think Gwen is in disbelief because I know Gwen does not know about like the amulet situation.
You still have your green amulet, don't
I
you?
do.
Uh-oh.
Change
Is
it?
someone gonna get yoinked?
No, but someone didn't leave.
Prayers?
No. I would say, can't talk to you. But Icarus, you're wearing a red one, right?
I am.
You hear a voice. Icarus! Do you hear me?
This
It's
is
Keysphere.
I was right.
What's going on? Describe the situation. Is Garvia still there?
Pinned down. I don't see Guardia, right?
I'd say no.
We're pinned down. Valor's taking pot shots at us. The legions are coming in on us. We just got out of the lake. We've got the bodies of Vigil and Mithra, and we're hiding behind tables.
I question some of your decisions, but that is not for now. Tell me what your options are. What you believe they to be.
We can surrender, we can call the devil to help us, or we can die.
Okay, well, all of those are very bad ideas. I imagine that on-site execution would probably be the penalty for high treason.
I can call my uncle. Or my dad. Awesome!
Praris was the one who initiated this, correct?
Yes.
It is under belief that I would think that the advisory has countermeasures to prevent your escape. They need a scapegoat. Look, where are you in the streets? Do you see any buildings, anything you can run to?
Do I see any buildings or
Give
anything I
us a
can
check.
run to?
Hey, I have a green one and a red one on me.
You do, but one of those prevents any communication.
Oh, yeah.
26 for perception.
26. Yeah, so, kind of peeking off the side, not with Valora, kind of looking about, you see that there are numerous small alleyways, different sorts of angles you could probably get lost in if you guys sprinted for it. The big glaring issue is that 200-foot dash past Valora. As you look up, the options in your mind are kind of weighing. You have to take care of Valora somehow if you want to make it with everyone to those nearby alleyways. The other options, go back into the lake, but that's up to you. You could try and fly, but Valora has gone.
Pull!
Pull!
Is Floor any your shot?
Yeah, she's within talking distance of, like, you know, if you yell out to her.
It would say our location, but if we're running.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
knows
they're already
exactly
coming
where
in
you
for the
guys.
gunshots.
Yeah.
So I'd say, you know, you can try and sprint forward and just hope that she, you know, doesn't hit Nastani, who's bleeding out, or you know, go for, you know, one of your bulkier party members.
Okay.
Or if you had smoke screen or anything like that.
I have darkness.
Yeah, for 20 feet.
60 feet.
That's 60 foot range.
Oh, sorry.
have
Yeah,
daylight.
15 feet. I have 15 feet of it.
Yep. That would cover first 15 feet of the 200 meter or
Yeah.
200 foot dash.
We put it in front of our eyes.
Gotta get 60 feet away,
Yeah.
which is
50
she's 50 feet
foot,
out.
15 foot radius sphere for the duration. The darkness spreads around.
You could definitely
corners.
use it to regroup right now. If you wanted to try and give yourself smoke screen to gather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gather.
Yeah. Okay. I cast darkness.
Alright. Yell out to everybody to gather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so you all gather.
Scatter. I mean, gather.
The footsteps are louder and louder as you hear the heavy armor approaching. But the voice in the back of your head, Icarus, if you can get away, find a low place, some place low to lie, and let this first sweep go over. Maybe you can stall, just buy time somehow.
Should I try to talk to Valora?
You can certainly try.
Get your girl.
I can always help talk. I don't know what I can do, but I can do something.
Alright.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, there you go.
Go get your girl.
Yeah, you all stand huddled in the darkness, kind of putting.
Come on.
Go team.
Alright, I'm gonna call out to her.
Okay, call it to Flora.
Valora, I know that's you up there, and I know what this looks like to you. But I swear to you that we are not guilty of this.
You're framed. I'm gonna yell out, "We were framed!" What?
You yelling that out?
Yes.
Okay. I'll stay.
What was her name? Garvia? Paris Garvia? Mm-hmm. Lady Garvia, who hired you to shoot us the first time, is behind all of this. This was her plan all along. She wanted to be in a position from Cilicia to eliminate King Egil.
Also, Greg isn't actually Greg.
Okay. Detracting from the point, but.
I'm panicking. I'm just.
This is all news to me.
Yeah, Herb, you hear this too.
You've worked with or for Garvia before. You know what she's like, and you know that her goals are high and not always trustworthy. She set us up for us to take the fall. We did not do this. Please, just let us get out of this and we can figure this out later between us.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Who's in the tree?
You have bardic inspiration as well.
Yeah, should I bring that? No, we'll take this. We'll take this vanilla. 27.
27.
That's a good vanilla.
That's a good vanilla.
That's
Is that a 19?
Yep.
Nice.
The other one was a 4.
Ooh.
Her, you watch as Valora, kind of right from in her pocket, you kind of see the finger release off the trigger. Just slowly load the gun. Just, damn it! And you watch as Valora just hops away. Just
Can I
kind of
whisper in the bag? Can I tell the bag gun?
She didn't put the gun back in, or you just reaching.
I just want a gun.
You reaching thing and pull out a gun. Now, you never used one properly, but you have one. You think?
All right, can I stick my head out and like, hey, I found this.
She looks down, just pushes you back.
Close it.
The
She is
safety's on
jumping
it.
from
She's
rooftop
fine.
to rooftop.
Okay, run to
We
the
gotta
alleys.
move.
Run to the alleys. Run.
Do we leave the dead bodies?
We kind of have to.
I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing we can do.
Carry the bodies with you.
do you want to grab
There's
the
nothing we
dagger
can do.
really quick?
No.
Okay, go. Run.
All right.
Run.
So,
We got the sword.
yeah, you took the sword.
With all the money in my bag.
Yeah. That being said, as you sprint down the alleyways, who is leading the charge?
Me, realistically.
All right, Icarus.
I'll be in behind.
You're in the back.
Yeah,
I'll be in the middle because I'm injured.
the most injured.
Yep. Icarus, as you run through the alleyways, let's say perception. We'll just do perception checks as you run through.
Okay.
And you can also make perception checks on the back.
22.
22. Leading the group expertly, just starting between the most open alleyways to the next passage over, crossing the street as few times as you possibly have to.
18.
18. I would say, as you head out, leaving the smoke screen, you see very few of the guards have made it to you guys before you guys made your escape, essentially. Some of them noticing where you went, pointing it out, as the others kind of are fanning out into the darkness cloud that you left behind. But those that see you attempt to pursue, but I would say with Icarus is navigating, just dead sprinting through it all, you manage to escape.
Cute.
Icarus, looking about, you're keeping your eyes open for what?
Let me.
What are you trying to find? A hideout? The exit? The walls?
What did Keith said? He said if we could just
You
lay
can
low and
ask
wait it
Kisra
out.
right now if you'd like.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're still connected, yeah.
Yeah. Let me do that. Keysphere?
Yes, I'm watching.
We're not pinned. We're not pinned down now. We're on the move. What do we need to do?
You're going through the alleys. Okay. Tell me the situation. Never mind. I watched. The Huskarls watched you do this. Yes, they believe you to be murderers.
They do believe that.
They will act as judge, jury, executioner, all of them. I suggest finding a place to hide or trying to sprint as fast as you can. I cannot assure that you are faster than them. You've been delayed quite a bit. They might be waiting at gates for you. So I say, hide.
Are there
What
any?
if we hidden embers and ashes?
Embers and Ashes, just so you know, is on the second wall. So you'd have to get past the first one to get there.
Also, Grigori hired Khalees,
Mm-hmm.
so that would probably be on file somewhere. And she was known to be with our party at times.
I don't think that is on file.
Do they do files?
I feel
I don't know,
like
okay.
they
No
do
records.
files.
No records. Not okay. What I'm
Alright, let's
saying
go to
is,
city records and see whether or not
Yeah.
they have a record.
That's
Okay,
more like
not
a
on
Grigori thing, not
file.
the government.
More so, she's been seen with our party before. She's
That's
been
true.
seen with Grigori before. It would be known that she knows us, so they would probably look there first. Are there any abandoned buildings?
We
I
can
would
go back to the
say-
suite,
I would
guys.
say, are you yelling that to Icarus to look for abandoned buildings?
Yes.
Make a perception check, Icarus.
We're gonna fight squatters.
25.
25. Okay, nice. Icarus. All right. So, as you continue down, just looking for anywhere to hide, you guess that you could keep dashing through these alleys. It's fast-paced. If you're spotted, there's plenty of places to run into. There's plenty of places to hide around corners, but there's a good chance you'll be moving quite frequently to avoid this. As it is street level, it's out there. As you're in this upper district, however, another idea pops into your mind. There are these large mercantile carts that seem to be left for the night. The bells ringing seem to have scared away any occupants. Some of them left open, some of them left just out, closed up but not guarded. However, the third thing you see that catches your eye, one of the larger longhouses. It is old, there are holes in the ceiling, decrepit, and seems to have this kind of tower of stone that kind of comes out the middle in ruin. You surmise that if you wanted to, you could probably find a way into that mansion, get into that tower, and keep a good eye on the streets below while having supreme cover.
That's something I like. Supreme cover sounds good.
Let's go.
So on a recent adventure of mine, where I was put into a mansion underground.
Yep. Some people died. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Heard.
Where is that compared to like where I am now?
Underground.
But like, where's the entrance to the?
It was in a strange shack in the northern end of the city.
Is that within the?
It's within the third wall, the outermost wall, I should say.
Okay.
But that being said, Herb, you have been bouncing from rooftop to rooftop until you watch as Valora finally comes to a stop, and you watch as you see your former compatriots flock into this abandoned house and make their way inside.
Oh, where are we?
Following. We're still
Okay.
in the city center.
Okay. Do I still have my gun?
You're holding it, yeah?
Okay. Just tell me whenever I need to pop out.
Kid has got his gag.
I am conflicted, as killing them now would be easy, and we can be rid of this. But Icarus seemed honest.
Yeah, I did.
Kick that girl.
He's not one to lie.
No, I'm not. Wait, yes I am.
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay.
What do you think we should do?
I don't think we should kill him, but like, oh
Should
no,
we
they
take
kind
him
of
out quietly one by
blew
one?
him up.
His body was on the shore.
Charred.
Oh.
Charred, burnt corpse. Yes.
Don't say it. Hit one of those.
I don't know, but I kind of like that sword that they had, but you know.
You wanting the sword out of all this?
No, I'm just saying it looks kind of cool.
Okay, well, let's wait to steal it from evidence. How about that?
Okay.
I'm asking you, do we take them out quietly one by one, stealthily, or do we confront them? I'm more than capable of holding my own in a fight against them.
I feel like
Aw.
Herb.
Thanks.
I feel like Herb at this point is convinced that they killed him because you know he kind of saw them
Yeah, you saw it.
explode him.
Yeah.
So I feel like Herb would try and kill him. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. We betrayed
I'm
the
fair,
entire
but still.
country.
We'll take them out one by one, quietly.
I find it kind of rude of them that they didn't tell me that they were gonna kill him.
Well,
He's
do you
like,
want to
"All
confront
right,
them
then."
first?
If I knew we were committing treason, I would be 100% on board.
I would have worn my
Like,
treason
I don't know.
pants.
I'll go along with anything.
No, just have
Here's
captain
what I
shorts.
suggest we could do to settle this without causing any attention, just taking them out quietly. You could go in and confront them, pretend to be friends or whatever. As a cleric, I suppose you have some powerful spells that you could cast when they're all close together.
Perhaps.
And once you do that, that's my cue to come in from the windows and take them out.
Okay. Sure.
You don't have to agree to this if you don't want to. The other option is we break the tower if they climb into it.
That's also a good idea.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk to them first.
I'll go in and I'll plan it.
Alright. What's the word?
Word for.
Either, let's have two words. A, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, the one, let's actually talk to them, and you can say something along the lines of, let's talk to them. Or just say, we're ending this here. And then that's when I'll swoop in.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, I'll go run in after him.
Alright, she slides down the side of the roof, drops you off on street level, climbs back up to her perch, and vanishes within the darkness. The rest of you,
As soon as we get in, I'm casting healing stuff.
what healing?
I have
Healing.
healing word. Oh, actually, I'm gonna use a healing potion. I have
Okay, there you
potion.
So getting in, I'm going to try to secure any doors or entrances
Okay.
and like
Shut
explain
shutters and-
to what's your name?
Gwen and Chris.
Gwen and
Wow.
Chris.
Wow.
Uh,
We haven't
Yeah.
played. I know.
Explain to Gwen and Chris what happened while I'm securing that, and
Yeah.
I'm going to, I believe, a whip is a finesse weapon, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, so I have with me a lintworm tendril,
yeah,
and I'm proficient.
yeah.
So
okay.
I'm just gonna kind of be ready with that whip.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm wearing a weapon in my.
Improvised weapons. those
I'm
are
gonna pull the sword out of your bag.
Okay.
What kind of sword is it? Like, is it a long sword? Is
It's
it
a long sword.
Okay, I'm proficient in those. Well, not proficient, but
I think. Hold
use
on.
them.
You ease or you ease them.
Yeah.
She'll try.
He can certainly try.
I have a
So-
boomerang in the bag of holding.
Chris wants that, I think. I think Chris can use a boomerang. I'm pretty sure.
I think Mr. can use a boomerang too.
Oh,
I
well.
martial and simple.
It's one-handed boomerang.
That's what you
it's a
need?
simple range weapon. That's
Yeah.
what you need.
So is it? Does it have any special?
The sword?
Yeah. Do I need to?
Maybe. Might require attunement. But as you
Right now it's just a sword.
as you hold this sword, The blood that dripped onto your hand seems to just stagnate and stick, almost holding your palm closed over this blade.
Lick it off.
Why are you like this?
She is just
I
like.
speak for your intrusive thoughts. Lick the blood.
No. She is just. I mean, horrified with the whole situation.
Yeah.
But like, cannot stop. Like, she's not even trying to pry her hand away because she's just like.
You need it.
Yeah.
You feel that you need it.
Here,
Oh God, this is scary. I don't like this. But
here's
yeah.
something else that might help, and I'm gonna take the red amulet I have and put it over her neck.
Sharing is caring.
Hey
If
guys.
only we had done
We
this
learned
sooner.
something after last season.
Yep. Yep.
Wait, as
Chris is still
as Stani does that,
tough,
Quinn looks
buddy.
at her.
That's rough.
Did I?
No, you did not.
I said I'm explaining.
Yeah, Icarus has
Yeah,
been
he's
explaining.
explaining.
He's been
Oh,
explaining
right.
the situation.
Yeah. Still,
Some
did I
guilt
listen to
has
you?
been alleviated, maybe. It's up for you to decide, but
We're
you
still
saw what happened, but
Yeah.
they're telling you it's different.
We are
Something
cursed either way.
Icarus, as you are the one closing the shutters and preparing, and I'll say Chris is probably also doing this too, I'll let both of you make perception checks or one of you with advantage.
While they're doing
How
this, I'm
about
also
I do it?
I'm taking bandages and wrapping my arm
Yeah.
to keep it from being infected.
Yep.
Perception?
Mhm.
26.
Ooh.
26.
Yeah.
Herb, are you being sneaky?
The
Nope,
lower one,
I'm
by the way,
walking
would have
in.
been 22.
So, are you guys moving up to the tower, or
I don't think we
or
Were we
just
before?
securing the bottom floor first?
secure the bottom floor first. Yeah.
So, as you are securing, you close the shutters, you notice a figure drop down, and a very familiar small figure down by the base of one of the houses across the street. You recognize the figure that dropped it too, with a very high perception, as you surmise that Valora has been tailing you this entire time. And as she seems to be moving back up to a higher vantage point, you see Herb slowly begin to walk towards the building you're in.
Valora's sending Herb over to us.
So she's tailing us? Well, if we die, I'd rather be killed by her hands than by the gods, so. She'll do it quick. She has a gun. I mean, there's nothing we can do that's not gonna.
But I don't want to lie down like a dog and take it. We did it. If you're saying we didn't do anything, then we didn't do anything, and this
Yes,
isn't
but
our
we-
crime to pay for.
But we were
As Herb
framed for
walks
it.
closer to the door, the cacophony of bells draws to a close, and one loud, ever-present one begins to ring out in very intentional rings until it comes to a close, and you hear a voice, one that is very familiar to you, Gwen, and to the others, as you've all heard the man.
No.
You recognize the voice of Advisor Damon, echoing, booming throughout the streets of the city.
I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, I
like,
thought he was gonna be
Chris.
with us. I was like,
No.
come here.
No. Advisor Damon's voice booms throughout the city. People of Volhelm, loyal subjects of the late King Egil, I address you in a time of great sorrow and upheaval. Our hearts are heavy with the loss of a noble leader, a ruler who stood as a beacon of strength and unity in our proud land of Hross. Herb, you notice that people are kind of peeking out the windows of their houses, looking about on the street. You notice that there are now lights coming from the center of the city, not too far away, where you assume a projection, as you can kind of see through the alleyways and rooftops of Damon, is kind of speaking out open towards the city.
Hunger Games.
Bit like the Hunger Games, yeah.
Very dystopian.
Very dystopian. But he continues. It pains me to reveal a truth most foul, a betrayal that cuts deeper than the coldest winter winds of our fair home. The Fourrunners, a band once thought to be champions and heroes, have committed an act of unspeakable treachery. They stand accused of the heinous murder of our beloved King Egil, as witnessed by the Huscarls themselves. The advisory of Cilicia, ever vigilant and our duty to maintain peace has taken immediate action. By the authority vested in me, I hereby place a substantial bounty of 500,000 gold on the Forerunners. They are to be captured alive, so that justice may be served in full measure. Let this proclamation echo throughout the valleys and mountains of Haros. Anyone harboring these fugitives or obstructing the course of justice will face the sternest penalties. We call upon the loyal citizens to aid the Huskarls in this pursuit, to bring these criminals to answer for these crimes. Remember, the strength of Haros lies not in our mighty walls and enduring spirit, but in our commitment to justice and the rule of law. In honoring King Egel's memory, let us renew our resolve to protect our homeland from those who seek to harm it. Together, we will overcome this tragedy. Together, we shall endure and ensure that peace, order, reign in Volhelm once more. Skål to King Egil. May the gods watch over his soul. And to the Forerunners, know this. There is no corner of Haros, of Kohol, you can hide from the reach of justice. And the bells pick up once again.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
Number 1, is that bounty just for like the whole team, or could we like throw Chris under the bus and get a little?
All of you have to be alive. That being said, you hear that?
Also, like a little vibe check on Damon. Like, does he believe what he's saying, or is he like in on the plot?
Okay.
Yeah,
make
I was
an
gonna
insight
say,
check.
he sounds like he's faking his emotions.
You
right
two
now.
can do it. Go for it.
Oh.
Little vibe check. Well, I'm not good at vibe checks. I just found out.
Gwen is just like,
What's
if
your
I ever
passive
get my
insight?
hands on
Uh-oh.
this dude, he's
Can I?
done.
Sure.
My
Yeah,
passive insight
buddy.
is much higher than that.
How was your passive higher?
Than what I just rolled.
You convinced Valora earlier, so
Insight.
I'll double check for her too. Oh, her insight's huge.
She's a very wise person.
All right.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Her
18.
18. And Icarus.
Unnatural 4.
Wow.
Unnatural 4. Oh, okay. I will say those of you with an 18 and above detect showmanship. He's being a politician. He's winning over the hearts and minds under one banner, the advisory's banner.
Okay.
While you're not sure if he believes what he's saying, you can ascertain that he has a purpose to what he's saying. And that is to pin everything on the Forerunners. One banner against a common enemy.
So at the very least, even if he wasn't involved in the plot, he's at least taking advantage of it.
Yes.
Gwen.
Whether by orders or not.
Do I walk in the building now?
You can if you want to.
Yeah.
You watch. Did anybody barricade? You barricade the door or just shut it?
If we were able, we would have barricaded it.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
I was gonna say, I kind of think Gwen would tell them about the encounter she had. Do I have time for that?
You're like
Since-
a
or what's
I
that
would
say?
say-
Okay.
9. Can I just like,
There's a poof on the door.
can I point and shoot the lock? Or can I just like shoot the gun?
Make. Yeah, I mean, you're just putting the gun up to the lock and shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gwen is ready to slice anything that comes through that door.
It's a front door, so it's not really like there's like a lock on it on the outside or even a key lock. It's more like there's probably a wooden bar on the other side. Typically used to bar these larger
If you
doors.
shoot enough, though, you can saw through.
Yeah, you can saw through it if you're really good at it. But I'll say you fire a shot into the door, and it echoes throughout the city.
I knew that would happen.
Let me in.
Maybe it was covered up by the bells. Hard to tell. You say, "Let me in."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys letting them in?
I think I'll let Herb in. Yeah.
You pry open the door. Herb, you're able to kind of squeeze in,
Barricade it back.
barricade it back.
What the heck, dude?
Oh, what the heck? You're with Valora. Valora shot at us.
Okay,
And
hold
y'all
on.
blew up the king.
Okay.
We did-
We were framed.
All right.
those is not equal.
Why are you here? You might get pulled into the blame with us. We didn't do it, and I don't want you to be dragged into it. Why are you here?
Y'all blew him off.
We didn't blow him
did
up.
not.
Okay, all right. You
What?
know the amulets that we found?
Uh-huh.
Yes, these stop time. The real
This
people
is
who
all going in through one ear and out the other.
the real person who committed the crime, which is the General Garvia of Cilicia, she's the one who killed the king and killed Mithra. It was not us. We witnessed it because we have these amulets, so we were able to see what happened. And they pinned the blame on us, that way we could take the fall.
What purpose do we have to commit
That's
treason?
what the
Are
hold
you
on,
holding the
hold on,
sword
hold
like
on,
that,
hold on,
Reagan?
hold on.
Yes, I'm holding a sword. This is me
You see
holding
the murder
a sword.
weapon in Reagan's hand.
Okay, okay.
I'm
wasn't
not
me, I
playing
swear.
a game.
You are really not making it look great.
But Laura shot me!
Because she thought we killed the king!
She probably still thinks we killed the king. I
Yes,
don't-
because he. Oh, wait, how do you know we killed the king? Aside from what just happened. Because obviously you knew
Oh,
where we
yeah,
were.
how do you-
How
It's
do
a
you know?
long story.
How do you know?
I was watching y'all the entire time.
How are you watching us the entire time? Okay, alright. Okay.
Just like the,
Okay. So you
Just
know
like in the
you
intro.
watched it happen. What did you see?
I saw a sword get thrown by the Daryl man. Darrow.
Yes,
I think,
that was the
yeah.
general disguise as Darrow.
It looked like Darrow to me, but okay.
Disguises
you
are-
will notice he
Okay.
is not with us now.
I was gonna say, as this point is brought up, make an insight check.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 20. I would say, as this is brought up, you watch the entire thing happen from above. And in the confusion, in the chaos, and the bloodshed, there was an odd incident. You saw Darrow step forward. And as the sword left his hands, you saw nothing. Just gone as you replay it back in your mind.
Huh.
What reason do we have to kill the king?
Herb, you can do anything you need to read. You can read my mind. Zone of truth. I don't care. I am telling the truth. We did not kill the king. We did not kill Mithra. It was General Garvia who did it, and we were blamed for it. Greg isn't even Greg. It's his brother.
What?
That's like the most jarring.
He was disguised as a little short man.
My
He's
brother
balding.
is another high-ranking official in Cilicia, and he was, for some reason, involved in this plot and disguised himself, pretended to be this person, Grigori, so that he could lead us in where they needed us to pull this off.
That's why the contracts were signed, and you were smart enough to not sign it.
Huh.
That's why you're not wrapped up in this, is because you didn't sign the contract.
Well, Laura, I think we should just talk to him.
Wonderful.
Is that what you're doing
Looking,
now?
Valor was
looking
going to
about
kill
in the darkness where the tower kind of goes up, you see the staircase, you watch as Valor just drops down from the ceiling and just kind of. I hope
Okay,
you're right about
being
this.
on the
Herb.
defensive makes it look really bad, so you need to chill out.
What do you mean being on the defensive? We are criminals.
We're not criminals. We didn't kill the king.
To everyone else, we are.
Does anyone know
yes.
the spell Calm Emotions?
No.
But Laura, I think I believe them, and I think we should get out as fast as possible. And I know how to do it.
Valora, I understand how this looks. If you need to read my mind, a zone of truth, whatever you need to do to believe me, I will do
And
it.
Valora, I think you should stick with them because you're kind of siblings to their to the person who helped them out on everything.
I swear on my life and I swear on my country that I did not do this.
Make a persuasion check.
I know how to get us out of here.
I'll say Jack is helping you. Make it with advantage.
20 not natural.
She looks. So you didn't do it.
I did not
Let's
do
say you didn't do
Okay.
it.
Fair enough.
The hells is going on.
Okay, so Grigori, the one that is our, sponsor,
Yes.
the one that hired your
Yes,
sister,
yes, yes,
which
yes.
is weird revelation. Anyway,
Where did Paris even come from?
so you know Darrow, the man who was with us as well, who was our
Yes.
teammate. She was disguised as him.
Let's say I believe you. And let's say that this continues to be a friendly conversation. Why in the 9 hells would you drag the bodies to the shore and take the murder weapons?
I was panicking.
We took the bodies because we hoped we could resuscitate them in some way.
A fair answer. Why the hells did you take the sword?
I can't answer that one.
We don't have any weapons, and I didn't know. I was panicking, Valora.
Sword on the bag. Sword in bag.
Do you want the sword? You want the murder weapon?
No, I don't want the murder weapon!
I want it, but put it in the bag. I'll just take it later.
I'm not putting it in my bag.
Put it in her bag.
I was already there anyway.
Why do you get the cool
I
sword?
hold up the gun.
Okay, I'm putting my boomerang down on the floor, just like to make it. I don't want to be a threat.
Can I put this sword?
She looks and sees your arms. I don't think that was planned, was it?
No, it wasn't. That's
None
another
of
reason
this
we didn't
was
do it.
planned.
None of it was planned. Okay.
Not by us.
So we kind of have to start from the beginning. So we have these. I'm gonna point out the time amulet. So we have these. They stop time, and also no one
Well, other things stop time. These allow us to
can
move
move it through time.
while the rest of the
Move
world
through
is
time.
stopped.
So I have one. Icarus had one. I only just gave one to Gwen because I had 2. Because we found these in the my mind is blanking. We found them in the
The catacombs of.
catacombs. Yes,
Was that in Pluto Hall?
that was Pluto. Yes.
And then this.
I don't think we have time to talk about
As
this.
this conversation continues, Icarus, in the back of your mind, you hear the voice once again speak up. Careful, Icarus. You don't know her intentions.
Everybody, I have an
I'm just
epiphany.
gonna think. I don't know yours either.
Let's see who's been helping you so far.
Who shot it?
Unfortunately for you, Icarus, our goals are perfectly aligned, whether you know it or not.
Dang it!
Guys, I have an idea to get out. You guys have to get in the bag.
I don't think we can fit in
No,
that.
it's not going to work.
Just
Okay.
hear me out.
There's another knock at the door.
At the door?
Mhm.
Oh.
Guys, what if I used my scroll to put you guys in the bag?
No.
Anybody going to check the door?
Can I
I
get
jump
another
in the wa-
angle to see
You gotta
who's
peek
at
through the window.
I want to
Sure,
jump into
sure.
Valora's bag.
You take a quick peek. You see Khalees, who is just kind of looking about, hood up, just kind of. Hello.
Don't drag
Valora.
me into this.
Can I jump in Valora's bag?
I thought you were
Okay.
already in it.
Climb into it.
I
sure.
jumped out.
Oh right.
Valora!
Valora, this is a mess Khalees does not need to be a part of.
Unfortunately, she's, like you said, been entangled with all of you, so I suppose this is all my problem too now.
I'm so sorry.
Go open the door.
Alright, I'll let her in.
So
Kind of watches Khalees.
Can you
hood
do
up.
an insight check to make sure she's Khalees?
No.
Because
no.
last
blind
time,
trust. Blind
last
trust.
time,
Go blind trust?
No. Blind. No. Uh,
Go blind
last
trust?
time we
No,
let
let's
somebody
do a
in
vibe
with
check.
trust.
Yeah,
I'm-
let's do a
I'm-
vibe check.
it was
Make an
my
insight
Prayer
check.
Scarvia.
Vibe check. And what's your bardic inspiration?
1d8.
That
Could be huge.
needed.
Big if true.
That becomes 18.
Okay. Kind of just getting ready from her. She's panicked. She's looking about, wide-eyed expression, making sure she wasn't followed. Seems to be the real Khalees. At least she's acting like it.
Okay.
Slightly less than blind faith. We'll let her in.
Yes.
You open the door, and she kind of takes a step back as she sees you, Icarus, being the one to open the door, and just kind of looks inside and sees Valora and her both kind of more casual about the situation. Kind of takes a step in.
Barricade the door again.
Okay. And he kind of watches Valora kind of takes her aside and begins to fill her in on everything.
Anyway, the general also had one of these. Time somehow stopped. We're able to move through it, and they orchestrated it all to frame us for what happened. So Guardvia had this sword and was the one to throw it, and Icarus's brother was the one to throw the dagger, right? Right? No.
Garvia threw the
I
dagger
think
too.
the
Guarvia
Guarvia
threw
threw the
the dagger
dagger
too.
first.
Okay, no, he did the force wall, right. Okay, we were trying to, like, stop this all from happening, so when I tried to reach out to, grab King or Mithra or anyone out of the way, there was a force wall put up in my hand.
See, Khalees just kind of like, ugh.
Yes, also they have our weapons, so, I mean,
Okay.
and
Looks
she
up
took
goes
that
to the
one.
table and starts looking through her bag for something.
I don't know what to do now.
That's why I took this.
And
Well, unfortunately, that is the one piece of evidence that would damn you if you were ever seen holding it, which...
I'm aware. We can get rid of it. I was panicking and I
Well,
didn't have anything else.
Let's think it through. How the hell are you going to get rid of it?
Floorboard.
Like,
You're going to need a lead box and the iron sea. Just drop it.
I'll put it in the lake where the body was.
The
Invisibility.
body is now on the
On the
land.
lake.
Yes, but that doesn't mean the sword wouldn't be in
I
the
imagine
water.
the body has been retrieved by now.
But that doesn't mean that the sword wouldn't be in the water.
Put the sword. in
You
the
want
bag.
to go back to the castle and put the sword in the water.
Invisibility. It would be invisible with me.
There's no way you could have orchestrated this.
I could do my best. Okay.
Put the sword in the bag, please.
Can I?
This is the
You
best
could.
option.
I'm gonna.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
See, that's what I was afraid of, y'all. Oh, my wisdom is not great. Oh, that's not bad. It's 19.
19?
Oh God.
Unfortunately, you're sliding it into the bag, and then just before you let go, you think, but you do need protection.
Oh God.
is
Pull it back.
if this is Darrow's actual sword, that poses two questions. One, what happened to Darrow? And two, why is the sword here? It's cursed.
Is that Darrow's actual sword?
Ooh, make a
Because Darrow's
check.
Okay.
Darrow's sword was he couldn't drop that. He told us
Oh.
that.
You know, I was gonna be like, oh, this can't be any worse than insight, but it is. 14.
Looks the same. It's been a while.
Can I look at the sword and like?
Yeah, you see it. It's magic.
There it is. You're
Pretty
looking.
cool.
It's hot to the touch.
Here.
Can I touch it?
You touch the blade, it's very hot. Doesn't really go well with your flammable flesh.
Yeah, I crawl back in the bag and close the lid.
Okay. Wonderful.
I don't know what to do. There's a couple ways that we can go about this, but I don't know how it will affect literally anything else going forward.
Okay, tell me again, how far is it to Cot?
It's caught. Let me pull up a map. On the map. Caught. Well, first you have to get through Hunter's Valley,
Mhm.
which is about going at the fastest pace possible. Better part of a week. And then once you
We don't
exit
have
Hunter's Valley, there are several large checkpoints near Pluter Hole, going in and out of Hunter's Valley, mostly because of the dangerous wildlife. But past that, Cot is about a 2-week journey once you exit.
I know how to go back to
I'm just.
Double check something.
Should
We
we
found
focus
something in Cot with Professor Charles.
Oh,
that
you
might...
mean the portal back to my house?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just didn't want to say it. Speaking of my home, I could probably pull that card, but it would reveal a lot of things, so everyone has to be cool with a lot of things really fast.
Considering that we are fugitives, pinned down.
We might be
abandoned
fugitives in my
house.
country too, though.
We might be fugitives in my
Well,
country.
you might. I won't.
So, this group weighing your options. The voice in your head once again speaks up, Icarus, and to you now, Gwen. A voice you haven't heard in some time. There are several ways out of the city that I know.
Do you guys get
Be
voices
cool,
all
be cool,
the time?
be cool, be cool, be cool.
I
I
would
just-
suggest taking an extreme route, something hard to follow. The city's back is to the mountains. If you were to scout them, the large forces could not pursue you easily. We are actually about 2/3 of the way to our journey. Mortades, up the rivers. If you were to cross the mountains, you could potentially rendezvous with us.
And Mortades.
No, along the way. Along the river.
You're going to Mortades.
We are heading that direction, yes. However, I don't see an option where you are not pursued. I am an expert at hiding. So,
Oh, we do need to hide.
we are hiding from the same folks.
Could you kid?
If that would lessen your suspicions. Of course, there are other ways out of the city too. I haven't been to Volhelm in some time, but you mentioned going south. It's possible. Lose them in Hunter's Valley, but if you don't, you will be run down by the forces of Pluto Hall.
Already on the run for this. I don't know what's going on.
What's
The main issue is which direction out of the city you're going to take.
what's travel over the mountains like? Like, there's a reason that people really only go through King's Crag, right?
Because the mountains are... You've been up some of the smaller ones with Khalees on your earlier adventures.
Hey, we did that.
I'm good at mountains.
They're massive. They are inhospitable, dangerous beyond belief, filled with
Just like the
dragon-like
8th grade.
creatures and freezing climates. It's almost impossible for an army to pass through there, but a small group, maybe.
What do you know about the well?
I know it is the prison. The well is called many things. One of the other names for it, though, is the Undercity. It's their solution to high crime. It's an opening to the darkest pit of the Underdark. If you were to go down there, I suppose you could find a way to the other side. But it would be treacherous as well. But perhaps it would be one of the more easier options, as it would require minimal travel throughout the city.
What do you recommend?
Do
You're
I
good at
remember
hiding.
that place from a past life?
I would say, you know, as the conversation of the well begins to spark,
The Undercity.
you have faint recollections. Yeah.
Wait, can you hear this?
You asked out loud, just
Oh,
talking
I
to
was-
him. Unless you don't want to convey this information and.
Not. I don't think Gwen would. I think she would talk in her head too.
Okay. So, I would say, if the well's brought up, you faintly know of it. More importantly, because Chris got arrested there the other day.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying I would rather us get information first and then divvy it
Yeah.
up. So, sorry.
I see several paths. There are sewers in the city too, if you wish to try and travel through those.
Where did the well thought come from? That was Chris's head?
That was a dream I had.
You had a dream. This guy told you.
I still don't know who
But
he is.
Somebody told you
Yeah.
in a dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said the only way out lies within the well, and I don't know if he means in this situation or, but I can't
Could
imagine
be a future
it.
situation too.
Huh?
Could be in the future.
It could be a future situation. I just. Hopefully, we're not in a situation like this again. That would be the ideal.
I have a question for you, Valora and Khalees.
Yes. Khalees is over at one of the kind of longer tables and is pulling stuff out of her bag, setting objects here and there, just looking for something. But as you kind of say her name, she kind of peeks up.
How much in this situation will you be? Like, I don't want to drag you into this, but
So-
I just want to know. I don't want to be like, how committed are you or not? But I mean,
Laura and kind of looks at
What
her.
are we?
We are probably going to have to go home for a while. Which means we're also heading out. So,
But if
Do
you
I
don't go with us, you probably would have a lesser
if
chance of.
Khalees has been seen
I-
in amplitudes with you all, I think it would be safest for my sister and I to go home until things cool down, or
where is home? Is it safe?
it's much safer than here. We'll head to the south, catch a boat, something.
Because I do have some information. I just want to know how much I can trust you.
Well, I'm not going to turn you in.
That's what I was looking for, yeah.
And admit to conspiring.
That's also fair, I guess. So, I know that everyone knows Murtaz, everyone knows Ares, and my brother, and, yeah. Well, where I could technically call Murtaz to help us, but I don't know what that would entail with him helping. I would probably take everyone home, but we'd be home.
You have his crystal if you want to try and ask him.
Another
Yeah.
suspect.
He won't be a suspect. But that does actually
Take up the
kind of carry into the next thing, which is that with me being a suspect, and I'm sure this information might still come to light, it might also be seen as an act of war from Oxa.
Why?
Because I may or may not be the crown princess of Oxa.
That sounds like fun.
This
Why are you
This
here?
wasn't information you wanted to share.
I wasn't allowed to share it! It's part of the rules of the Gemotsta.
The what?
Do I have that
Uh,
the little golden thing that Salmonella gave?
Yeah, you have the little ball.
What does the ball do?
You weigh it. You get the sense that only when you need it most will it truly do what it's intended to.
Do I need it right now?
Do you?
I'm in a dire situation.
What are you going to try and do with it?
Eat it.
Can I even like feel it around and see what it does? Like,
It's heavy and gold.
can I detect
Snitch.
magic?
Is it a spell slot or can you cast it as a ritual?
I can cast it as a ritual.
Okay, well then we'll let your ritual cast it. And there is a sense of magic to it, transmography of some sort.
As my highly intelligent self, what does that mean?
Means it's not quite what it seems. And that when you use it, something will change about it.
Ugh.
It's not a Pokeball.
The Fourrunners really in dire straits right now.
Boo. Boo. No, it was good. It was
To
good.
I think we should
So-
go to your country.
That's where I was getting at, is that Murtaz, okay, this is a long story, I'm not going to share all of it. The Gemotsta is basically a race to see if me and my brother are going to take the crown of Oxa. That's why I'm down here, that's why I couldn't say who I was, because then it affects the race. But we're allowed to have two mentors, so Murtaz and Ares, shocker, they're not actually my aunt and uncle. Wow, everyone's surprised. So they're my...
Chris is.
So is Taviri even related to you? No, she's not. But this whole time, the whole time.
It's not my friend's aunt.
Now I'm not interested. But I mean, we could go to my country. I just don't know what that would do for the rest of you, because you have to. I mean, we're kind of a very isolationist place.
I think that's a good idea.
Prince Charles, not Prince. Professor Charles did get arrested.
Oh yeah, yeah.
On
Charles,
site.
Charles was taken like, oh, you stepped a foot outside.
So
I think we should focus on getting out first.
that's. I didn't say anything because it affects the view that people have of me, and also puts everyone in immediate danger once they knew who I am.
I think Herb has the right idea.
Where? Going to my country?
Leave first. Figure out where to hole up after.
So I can call Murtaz here. Ares knows how to teleport. I'm sure he can teleport too, right, Murtaz?
I mean, you can call him and ask what the situation is with their teleports.
Yes, just don't.
Just call him and be like,
Just give him a
can
quick
you
call.
teleport and then
Yeah,
hang
yeah,
up
so-
if you can't?
Even if
Okay.
you gotta leave a voicemail. You know.
Okay, I'm gonna like go off to like one of the corners to
Mhm.
go call Murtaz.
While she's doing that, can I try? Because the sword's freaking me out now. Like, what?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it feels
Okay.
nice. It's warm to the touch. It gives you a sense of safety.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Ethan knows about it.
But if somebody wants to cast a spell of magic on it or something.
No, it's pretty
Gwen's
good.
just being a little paranoid. That's all.
Gwen's
It's
just
kinda
really holding the
normal,
sword.
honestly.
It's like a comfort blanket.
Okay. Just gonna pull out my crystal.
Okay.
Murtaz?
Nistoni?
Murtaz?
Nistoni, we heard the announcement over the city as we were heading out. What's going on?
I was framed.
Estoni, this is,
Terrible, yes.
look, I
don't know what to do.
where are you? Are you safe? Are you okay?
I'm safe. I don't know if okay is the right word. We're in the abandoned mansion that's... Where is it in relation to the city? Is it within
You're a
the-
city center still.
We're in the inner city, in an abandoned mansion. We boarded up the walls. We're safe-ish. No one... I mean... I don't know what to do. This is a terrible bad situation for the entirety of the country.
Ares and Zinhart have left to take Nikolaus somewhere safe.
Good.
They've taken him home as soon as possible to get him far, far away.
Where's Devere?
Veri and I are still trying to assess the situation outside. There are numerous members of the advisory who have taken post outside the city. They seem to be doing a ritual of some sort. They're putting up a not an anti-magic shell, but something close to it.
Are they
He
completed?
knows something about those.
Is he completed doing that?
No. It's doing it in layers, so it's more of our communication will probably be cut off soon. But
Because I know we need to get out of the city.
yes,
We don't know how. What the safest route, quickest route? Teleport? But
you can't. The shell's starting to build. Unless you have something to go in right now, I don't have the capabilities to take you out. Ares already took Nikolaus.
that which is the best case to do. I'm glad she did.
We can try to find Casefear over the mountains.
Our train of thought so far has been to go through the mountains and go north.
I'm torn on what to do.
I'm too. I'm sorry I put us in the
Just,
situation.
I'm trying to think how I can help. What I can do from the outside. Unfortunately, we are all very well known
I know.
and easily recognizable by our color schemes.
Yep,
Well,
I can disguise you. Well, it's too late for that. It's not like it matters.
Paint her neon.
What's important to know is that if you haven't seen the barrier, it's forming. You'll probably have to find a physical exit.
okay.
If
Find a physical exit. They're putting up an anti-magic
shell. Yes,
Shell.
yes. It's just around the city,
It's
so
an
if you find a way to,
shell.
it's not necessarily it stops magic inside. It just blocks things from transmitting to and from. It's
Keeps people from magically leaving the city.
yes, precisely.
That's scary.
It's scary that they are already set up. That they knew to do this.
So we need to go now.
That's an interesting point. Okay, so we are going to try and go through the mountains. Either go north or go to, or go south to Kot to try and. We've had the thought of maybe even trying to go to Oxa, but I don't want to bring criminals, essentially.
I am torn on what to tell you as your advisor. As running back to Arksar would certainly be the most safe option.
But also would be the most damning for a
Damning,
wall.
yes. I won't tell you not to go home. But I will tell you that the consequences of either decision are both enormous.
The entire reason that I went out here to do this is to stop war from happening. And here I am starting another one.
You always found yourself in the most bizarre situations.
That's why-
bizarre.
If only I had a boat.
Oh?
If only you had
I don't know if the
fish
boat would
people
help
who
at the
believe in you.
moment.
Or a
Um,
flying boat.
A flying
would
boat,
be
yeah.
so
Flying boat would be cool.
Flying
Imagine-
boats are
imagine
really
having a
cool.
flying boat.
Never again.
Flying boats are really cool.
No, they're not.
So are Transformers.
So,
Well, once we escape the city, I will call back in to let you know.
okay.
That way I'll keep you updated on where I am. I've not called Dad yet.
I'm going to be hiding somewhere close by. Maybe I can get a good vantage point. If you decide to head to the mountains, escape some other method, just keep me in contact. But,
Please be safe.
I should wish that to you. You will need it far more than I.
I only have one arm right now.
What? Love you, bye.
Yeah, go. Okay, you do.
I think whichever way we go, I think we should cross the
What about
mountains. And
Silas?
from there we can either go north or south.
Silas was arrested before this happened, so
But he's been heavily contacted with us.
he's been heavily contacted. But I mean, he was arrested before this happened. He's been in a very reliable place for the past few days.
He has an alibi.
He has an alibi.
His alibi is prison.
Yeah, I've been stuck in a pit.
Actually, I'm going to go to a corner again, and
Okay.
I'm going to take out my secret necklace that is for Silas.
Okay.
Silas.
Snow.
Silas. Silas. Okay. Well, we're screwed.
Get the sense wherever he is likely separated from his gear.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if a necklace would be.
Confiscated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't been to prison, but Chris has.
Chris knows.
Yeah, they take everything.
He's just behind this Donnie.
They take everything. I won't tell anybody about the
Okay.
necklace though.
Well, so Murtaz said that they are putting an anti-magic shell around the city, so we need to find a physical exit.
We have to go over the
Hells.
mountains.
It sounds like we need to go now.
Yes. We have to go now.
I can cast invisibility on a few of us, and I have a disguise self.
I think we should split up.
I'm well versed in the mountains, so I can be a good guide.
I would argue the opposite. I think whatever course of action, everybody should go as a group. We will be pursued regardless, but if we run into a Huskarl, the chances of survival are better
When there's more.
Together.
as a group.
I think we cross the mountains at least to get out of the city, and then some can decide to go north if we need, or others can follow the river south.
I'm partial to sneaking out.
Sneaking out how?
The sewers, or something along the lines of... You said the well?
The only way out is through the well.
I would say we can sneak across the mountains, but we're going to encounter the Huskarls, and that is something that I would say is paramount to
Do you
avoid.
know a
Although-
way into the sewers without us?
If-
We just find an opening.
Wait a minute. The well. What do we know about the well? Like, are there guards who are stationed down there?
Chris pipes up. Yeah, I know about the well. I was there last week.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any
Or
guards?
2 days ago.
How guarded is it?
Oh, you know, there's like a normal amount.
Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. There's like 2 at the door.
Like, within the well.
No, the well's like a pit.
So there's no supervision. It's just the prisoners.
Once you get down to the bottom,
Once you get down to the bottom, there's just the prisoners.
yeah, it's called the well. Because they throw them in the pit.
Okay.
This is my 4th time being arrested.
Okay.
I was gonna say. So what is a normal amount?
Well,
Of what?
Guards around. Like how many? Roughly 10.
I know like
20.
2 by the door.
all I'm saying is probably easier to sneak into a prison than to sneak out of a prison. And if there's no guards actually down there, then that means that we don't have to. I mean, obviously we'll still sneak around, but if we're down there, the guards, they're not gonna look in the prison to find us.
What about the other criminals that would very gladly take 500,000 gold?
But would
to
they have
rat us
heard the
out?
announcement overhead in the well? Is the question.
Most likely.
Did you ever hear any overhead announcements when you were in the well?
What?
Did you ever? Was there any outside contact when you were down in the well?
No, it's a well.
Okay, so that answers our question. They don't know anything. Probably for the best. They don't know anything, because why would they know about, you know?
You would rather risk that than going in the sewer.
What if
Because they could probably have thought about the sewers, about those
Sewer?
being.
sewer? Okay. To the other one. Tunnel. Dead body person tunnel. And then that makes us to the 3rd. And then we take the trip down to the mansion.
You want to go to the mansion in the Underdark.
I mean, it's pretty hidden, right?
We could probably take the sewers to the 2nd wall, but I don't think that the less fortunate part of those denizens have access to the sewers that the central city does. So we'd still have to walk to the mansion once we got past the 2nd wall.
I'd also be concerned that the sewers would be guarded, at least the exits, because the sewers are big enough for people to crawl through, so they would probably have thought that we would escape through that.
Then how would we even get to the prison without being seen?
Well, it looks like the options are pretty clear. You either sneak through the sewers, you can sneak through the streets, or you can just go guns blazing. That seems to be the primary
Two
way.
options. One is safer than both of those options, and you know it.
I know that. I'm worried. Forgive me. I have not seen the world before.
I don't even know how to feel about you right now.
That's fair. I don't know how to feel about you either. Anyway, sewers?
I didn't lie about my existence.
For the safety of my country?
Anyways.
Anyways.
So here's something we could do. We could go through the sewers to the prison, or we could just sewers, book it out of here.
You know, without metagaming, I think that it's important that we get out of here as fast as we can
I
and
agree.
leave everything behind.
Yes.
All I'm saying is if you choose to go to the mountains, which will likely lose people fast, the chances of the Huskarls catching up as 3 individuals are almost assured. You'll have to deal with them somehow.
So what do you suggest?
After listening to everything, sneaking somewhere where you can cast magic or escape through unseen means seems the most fortuitous.
So, sewers, prison, well, Underdark.
Well, they certainly won't follow you into the Underdark. Well, not too far down. It's caverns, mazes, and I seriously doubt any of them, much less you, know how to navigate it.
Yep.
Any of this sound familiar?
Underdark?
Or you, no, you went once, bought a meat god.
I've been there. Done that.
We have the confidence of the fish people, though.
As long as they believe in us, we can
Wait,
do anything.
is that where that,
That's where the
Yeah.
fish people were. Was in
the like the Underdark, like,
It's a subterranean network of caverns that connects underground. It's
did that
That's
minecart
Like in
go-
Paris.
was that cavern that we went into?
mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah,
Underdark?
it was in the Underdark.
And that mansion's there?
It was. You're not sure anything else about that, but yeah, it was down there.
I think we should go down there.
Maybe start with the sewers and try and make our way to the prison.
The mansion and the prison, just so you know, are in complete opposite directions. The prison is to the south, the mansion is to the north.
I don't think we should try and go somewhere we haven't been. At least Chris could maybe guide us to the prison.
Silas is down there.
You thought you were getting rid of Silas. He's coming with us.
If we needed a guide, that's what I'm saying.
Not because we like him or anything.
Not because he's a really great NPC who
Yeah.
has guns.
Not because he can kill people.
Well, it's not like he has his guns right now.
No, he does not.
No, he does not. Neither do
That's
we.
okay.
I know.
Herb has a spare.
No, he doesn't. Puts back back. You don't know how to use that thing.
I have a sword.
Yeah.
that I
Laura's
really,
like,
really like.
It's missing a bullet.
Oh, you rat. Where's my casing?
I will follow
We go to the well.
Yeah, feels
through
like.
the streets or through the sewers.
I mean, if you had a dream that the only way out was through the well.
I mean, like I
don't
said,
know.
how else? We could just dead sprint fastest way out towards the nearest exit and fight everybody in our way.
No, thank
Why do I feel like you think that's not the greatest option?
Let's just say I have confidence in my speed,
She just has to outrun
and
us.
her can fit in the pocket.
I can't be
Unfortunately,
seen.
Khalees is not great with movement. And you see, Khalees, who has been neatly setting something up on the table, just kind of looks up, rolls her eyes, and goes back where she's doing.
What
Sisters.
are you doing, Khalees?
You going over check it out?
Yeah.
Khalees has opened up her bag and has kind of just been taking everything out of it. You see her tools are so high, and you see that she has kind of cobbled together what extra spare weapons she's been carrying that she normally sells. Icarus, you see 2 hand crossbows that have been put to the side. Nastani, you see a bow and a quiver with about 20 arrows.
So anything for me?
Herbie, how your stuff? Just more jorts. No, but I would say she wasn't really thinking about you and pulling stuff out, but I mean you can ask her in a minute. But and when you have a sword, so she
Yeah.
didn't pull anything else out. But as you come over to inspect the table, she brings out a great axe for Chris as well.
Oh, that's great.
She looks up at you and pulls out very delicately what appears to be this very old, tarnished, white metal hand with this kind of chiseled in gold inlaid flower petals and vines. And it seems like she's been tinkering with it. She's taken some of the parts off to make it perhaps shorter, but just been eyeing very steadily and closely. Luckily, it is a left hand. It kind of looks at you and is like, this is a loner, okay? Till later.
It's okay.
I'd like to have it back,
Yeah.
but you need it more right now.
Thank you.
So,
It means a lot.
and she kind of holds out her hands like, may I? She kind of fits it. And you kind of watch as she takes a moment and forcefully attunes you to the item. And you kind of feel as no feeling in the fingers, but you watch as it moves, rotates. It's rusty, it's old, and it's uncomfortable.
I feel
But
like I could pin down exactly how old that is.
Seems like maybe 40 years old.
it's older. But
Feels like it hasn't been used in
As
4 years.
Okay. Okay.
it's
funny.
it's spruced up as much as she could.
Thank you.
But
Hopefully I can get it.
you holding it up to her?
Yeah.
Nothing. But you have this hand and it kind of rotates. It should be stuck to you until you choose to take it off. Anyway, you got to bring it back to me someday, so I'll come collect it or something. I don't know yet, but we got to get back home. So if you have room for Sean, come bring it back.
I forgot where they were from.
Maybe
That
we
does
might
make sense,
have to end
though.
up going there. Escape this.
Wait, does Valor still have the stick she wanted?
Are you asking her?
Can I
No,
whisper stick
it doesn't
into
make
the
any
bag?
sense for me too.
Stick. In the bag.
Stick. This
Sticks the
metal,
kobold.
metal rod kind of comes out, and it's kind of got some little fuzzy kind of bristles at the end.
Can I like toss it out the bag?
Toothbrush.
Or it catches and it's like, stop messing with my
Makeup.
stuff.
Gotta look for her makeup kit.
Flying broomstick.
Flying broomstick? Nothing. So, that being said,
I forgot that I thought you were just saying words. I didn't realize you were speaking into the bag of
No,
holding
yes.
to get
Yeah.
things.
Boat.
Boat.
nothing. So,
Suddenly, a cruise
You guys
liner
have been
comes out of
given
the bag of
some-
holding.
rudimentary gear. They're basic, they're cobbled.
It's weapons.
Can
Weapons.
we have been taking a short rest? I mean, we haven't been doing anything. We've just been talking.
I'd say if you guys would like to take a short rest, you can, but it would be starting kind of around now, after everybody's kind of had serious discussions, having a conversation. It was not told that you guys wanted to relax and sit down and chill out for 30 minutes. Versus
Realistically, I've not been relaxing.
I
right.
mean, I know.
So
but
if you'd like to do that now, you can.
I don't. Is it worth it?
We gotta go. We gotta
Yeah, I
go.
was gonna
We
say
didn't talk
we
about
got
it.
gone. We're good.
So what I get from police? Just 2 basic hand crossbows.
And 20 bullets.
Okay. Did I have to give up my bolts, or do I still have my original bolts?
Uh,
Because I feel like I would have just like put the rapier in the
rapier
bows
in.
themselves.
Yeah. No, I'd say you probably still have the bolts.
Okay.
It's not a quiver.
Okay.
And she does put a couple daggers on the table for anybody who wants to take just a standard dagger.
I'm gonna take a dagger just.
If there's a spare, I'll take one, I guess.
Sure.
Um,
Chris is around the other.
I'm gonna sort of like, I don't know, almost like awkwardly or uncomfortably just sort of hug Khalees and like, thank you.
She kind of awkwardly just puts her arms around you and just...
The 4-foot bird.
yeah. Yeah, I guess you're about a foot short.
4'10". Yeah.
4'10". Oh, okay, no, yeah. She's like 5'7", 6".
Almost a foot.
Almost a foot. Not quite. Did you say something?
No.
Okay.
I don't have anything to say.
Alright. Anything else? Or you guys
So-
just...
Are we going through the sewers to the mountains and then escaping that way? Is that our plan? Or are we going through the well?
Laura looks around.
Crickets.
I have not been a leader this whole time, and I'm not about to start now. I don't think I'm fit for it. So
That's fair.
That's a fair statement.
I will
That is very
follow
fair.
your lead.
Oh.
I'm supposedly trained to be a leader, but I don't think that's turning out well for me.
you've been doing fine.
Okay.
I feel like those are the two.
If you're saying that you're certain they'll catch us in the mountains,
Why wouldn't they?
I think, from my perspective, the only way out that I see is through the well.
Because if there's no gods, if there's like, if it's literally just prisoners down there, the last place they would look is jail. I think, or you know,
If you're quiet.
if we're quiet.
Well, we will be following regardless, so tell you what, I'm going to help my sister pack and maybe see about going to her place and getting some of her things before we leave. So we might catch up with you, but we do need to know where you're heading before we head out. So she kind of turns. Why what?
do you need to know where we're going? If you're going home.
You're right. I don't want to help you.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm not asking in a.
Do you want us to help or not?
Yes, but I'm not. I wasn't asking
Then we
that
will
to
meet
be.
up with you later down the line.
I point the gun.
Just shoot me up at this point. Let's get it over with.
So if we go through the well, where can it lead out to? That gives me a said.
Underdark.
Are you asking Keysfair? Or do you want to ask him?
I can't ask him.
Yeah, you can, but you can tell like yours.
Sure, yeah, I can ask him.
What you asking Keysfair?
Hey, Kiki.
Hey. Kiki died.
Kiki did die.
Kiki is dead. But Keysfair answers. Yes.
If we did try to escape through the well,
Into the Underdark, correct?
that seems to be the only option
Well, when your
in that direction.
options are cut off an arm or cut off a leg,
I already did that.
the choices aren't that hard, yeah? What were you saying, though?
What can we expect to find? Where would we be led?
The Underdark? Anywhere. You could come out anywhere, which plays in favor of disappearing. It can also play in favor of, certain death. The mountains are definitely a hardship, a struggle to enter and a struggle to cross. They're surefire though, their path is clear, You follow the sun to the other side. They cannot follow you into Cilician territory. That being said, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to find an exit on that side of the way anyway, in Cilicia, if you wish. As long as you keep your direction. Like I said, you are welcome to meet up with myself and the crew that I am running, we seem to have a common issue in God fear.
Because I can hear this, right? I want to say this out loud. Can I, if I say something with the intention of Keyspear not hearing it, could I or no?
Hard to tell. Keyspear is quiet.
I know, but like.
Just, politely answering when asked. But
Why don't you trust him?
My issue is not necessarily with Keyspear.
Just the situation.
I believe he's being honest about our common enemy. That being said, when our common enemy is practically at the top of the Cilician government, I don't know if we want to be in Cilicia. And even if we did fly under the watch of the Cilician government, if they're going in the direction of Mortatis, that is a city that I would prefer to avoid.
Were you arrested there or something?
worse.
It is a city I would prefer to avoid.
That's fair.
He's a war criminal.
We are too.
Not by choice.
I think we should just select
Anyways.
a route and go
Dive
because
into the well.
Dive into the well.
Okay.
we've been waiting.
I was gonna say we've been talking for so long. Let's.
Yeah, and there were gunshots fired multiple times, so.
To the well.
As you
Okay.
kind of settle on this decision just to get there and then decide, just don't forget when you get to the Underdark where north is. It's my only
Compass.
advice.
Whisper compass into the.
I'm actually gonna.
You whisper compass?
I'm gonna go compass into
You-
my
uh-huh.
bag. Compass.
Yeah, they work normally here.
Charles would have a compass.
Underdog compass.
A different one comes out.
It worked!
And you notice it's just spinning.
I think I found a way to stay north.
Okay, let's
North
go.
is
Let's
everywhere.
go. Let's go. We don't have time. Let's
Alright,
go.
alright.
I closed the bag.
Alright. And are you going in Valora's bag or just.
I'm in Valor's bag.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so I'm gonna be going into the well, going north.
I have to was
Right.
to the well.
We will meet up with you as close as we can.
Okay. Do you have a compass for Underdog?
I don't need one.
Alright,
But
cool. I'm okay with that.
So, her, you going with Flora?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. So, as you guys step outside or begin to depart, that's where we're going to end tonight's game. And next time we'll pick up on how this excellent, well thought out plan goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
Oh, good
It
as well.
is, it is neither excellent nor thought out, but I'll tell you
I
this:
tried
it
to
is
think it
a
out.
well
Yep.
plan.
Well
Boo!
thought out.
Tomato, tomato, tomato.
Eggs, eggs.
Hey, that's a reference I don't get. I wasn't here for that one, guys.
Watch our episode.
Speaking of not being here for episodes, make sure you don't not be here by
Be here for
No,
episode.
no, he's right.
You know what?
subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way you're gonna be notified whenever we put up episodes and you won't miss out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Don't be like Ethan and actually show up to episode.
Like the start to Act 2. You don't want to miss it. What could happen? Gunfights, probably. Anyway.
Dramatic reveals.
Dramatic reveals. Hidden murder weapons.
Woohoo!
Or
Orb.
What's
Orb.
gonna happen
Orb.
with the orb?
Lack
That's
of
hidden
hidden.
next to
Lack of hidden.
It's not really hidden.
Making the situation worse is primarily the thing.
That's what we do.
It's a promise. So anyway, thank you guys for watching tonight's episode. We hope to see you again next week on the Wayward.
Oh, he's still Mr. Krabs.
7. Hey! Bye.
Season 2.